Hi everyone. In the problem statement of happy number, we have to write an algorithm to determine if a number n is happy. We have to we have to start with an any positive integer, replace the numbers by the sum of square of its digits. Repeat the process until a number is equal to 1 or it loops endlessly in a cycle which does not include 1. Those numbers for which this process ends with 1 are happy. So for that, let us take the example of 19. Okay. And we are going to create a dictionary to keep a track of number, whether that number happened earlier or not. So 1 and 19, right? 1 to the power 2 plus 9 to the power 2, which is 82. So we are going to keep a track. So 82 occurred already. And then we are going to again 8 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 2, which is 68. So keeping a track of 68 also. Then 6 to the power 2 plus 8 to the power 2, which is 100. So keep a track of 100 also. And then 1 to the power 2 plus 0 to the power 2 plus 0 to the power 2, which is 1. So we have reached 1 from 19 after these many steps. So right, we can say that 19 is a happy number. And return. Now let us take an example of 2. Okay. So our dictex, we are going to have 2 added. Now 2 to the power 2, which is 4. So 4 is going to be added. Then 4 to the power 2, which is 16. So 16 is going to get added. So 1 to the power 2 plus 6 to the power 2, which is 37. We can add 37 also. Then 3 to the power 2 and 7 to the power 2, 9 plus 49, which is 46. So we can say 46 is also present. Then 4 to the power 2 plus 6 to the power 2, which is 36 plus 16, which is 42. So 42 we are going to add. Then again 4 to the power 2 plus 2 to the power 2, which is 16 plus 4, which is 20. We can going to add 20. Then 2 to the power 2 plus 0 to the power 2, which is 4. So now we have got the value of 4, but 4 is already present in the dictionary. And even if I square it up, right, it is going to be 16, then 37, 48, right? So out here, right, we have formed a cycle. So because we have formed a cycle and that value is already existing in dictionary, we can return false out here. So it's a very simple problem. We just have to traverse it every element properly and they store the values in dictionary to keep a track of cycle. Now let us jump to the Python solution. Now let me add the value or a dictionary. Let me name it as seen. So the number I have seen it already or not. So if I've already seen that number or that number has already came, so that would basically mean that our value is forming a cycle and we can return false. So while true, we can say sum x equal to 0, and then for each in str of n, because it's an integer number, right? So to traverse or to loop through that, right, we have to convert it to a string. So sum x is going to be int of each. We are going to take a power. So we have converted into integer and then take a power and add it to this sum x. Now if sum x is equal to 1, then we found that it's an happy number, so we're going to return true. Else, let's say if sum x not in sin, so the number has not occurred earlier, so in that case it's not forming a cycle yet, so we're just going to add that number to our dictionary. So sum x equal to 1. Else, if that number has already existed, right, so that basically means our cycle has been formed, so we're going to return false. And at last, whatever the number got generated, right, the sum x, then we are going to make n value equal to sum x. So that's a pretty straightforward solution. Now let me run the public test cases. Public test cases run successfully. Let me submit it up. And if you look into the code, right, it would be big O of n, so it would be pretty efficient. But here, right, it's an, so let me run it again. And as you could see, it's giving 100%, so beating all the submission. So our code is pretty efficient and standardized. Now let us jump to the next solution. Thank you.